Hello everyone, how are you? I'm again here, and today's my topic is general testing condition of sensory evaluation and laboratory. So, what conditions and what testing is required in sensory evaluation? So, I will compile this topic, and now come to the outline. In outline, first of all, I'll teach you the introduction of testing conditions and objective and different conditions, what condition is required, and assignments, then learning outcome and references. So now come to the introduction part, and in introduction, sense evaluation of a food require exclusive concentration of senses for analyzing certain attributes. So, for the analysis of food product or a particular food product, is required particular sensors, particular sensors for the sense evaluation. So, it is possible in certain specific testing condition, including the exclusive sensory evaluation laboratories, proper preparation, presentation of sample, use of control or references sample adhering to optimal time of evaluation, like as told to you earlier. Each any food product like meat product and whatever food product it is has certain distinguishing quality characteristics. You all know कि all food product have their particular quality, so according to their quality we have to analyze the sense evaluation according to the properties of the food. So if we have a meat product, so we have to focused on the basis of meat product we have to calculate, yeah, we have to conduct the sense evaluation. And if we have a particular like sauces, so sauce and ketchup, so we can analyze according to their properties, and we can use the other parameters of sense evaluation, right? So each product have their particular properties, and according to their property we have to analyze the sense evaluation. So it is assessed on the basis of those desirable sensory attributes or traits or parameters. The important sensory attributes of a meat product are color, appearance, flavor, juiciness, texture, etc. So if we have a meat product, so we have to analyze the juiciness also, right? If we have a bakery product, so we don't need to analyze the juicy properties, because this bakery product does not have their property of juiciness. So we don't need to analyze the juiciness of the product. So it is depend on the types of products. See what is the product and what is the property of that particular product. These parameters markedly influence the overall acceptability of the product. So yes, all these parameters can we analyze the overall acceptability of the product, that these product in all these property, on the basis of all these property, can be accepted by the conducting these all properties, right? Sometime intermediarily parameter like saltiness, binding, crispiness, mouth coating, all these are intermediate parameters. So are also evaluated separately as they markedly influence the ultimate quality of the product. Yes, this can also be the important parameter. This can give the ultimate quality of the product, saltiness and binding, crispiness, all these property. Acknowledge of these sensory parameters is of prime importance. In this unit, you will learn about the ideal sensory testing condition or environment and sensory parameters of general nature. There are three major components for the successful implementation of sensory evaluation. There is a three major component for the successful conduction of sensory evaluation. So these three are adequate sensory laboratory facility and sensory panels and rigorous training program. These three will play an important role in sensory parameters. So these are the three main components. And now come to the objective. So in objective, discuss the testing condition including temperature, time, preparation and presentation of the food sample. Describe the sensory evaluation process and state important sensory attributes or parameters of the food product. These two are the main objective of the particular of this particular product of this particular topic. And now come to the sensory laboratory setup and equipment. So in sensory laboratory setup equipment, the physical setting must be designed so as to minimize the subject's basis, maximize their sustain sensitizing and eliminate variables which do not come from the product themselves. The test area should be centrally located, easy to reach, and free of crowding and confusion, as well as comfortable, quiet, temperature control, and free from color, odor, and noise. So, in the preparation of product, it should be free from all these uh, factors like noise, odors, and it should be in comfortable zone. It should be easily approachable and prepared in middle of the quality analysis and panel booth, so it can be easily moved to the laboratory lab for further testing and to the sensory panel for the sensory evaluation. So the laboratory setup normally comprising of the reception cum briefing room, panel room and preparation room. It should be a laboratory setup is divided into the three parts. First is briefing room, and briefing room means testing room, uh, instrumental testing room, then panel room, or third one is preparation room. So first product will start from the preparation room, and then it will come to the panel room uh, and as well as briefing room for the further analysis. So sensory evaluation should be carried out in quiet and well lighted room, free from any odor. Yes, it should be free from any odor, and the dominant motive of constructional details should be to have comfort from concentrated prolonged testing and easy to cleaning. Yes, where the product is going to prepare, then the area should be cleaned, and it can be easily cleaned by, and it should be prepared by that types of material that can easily clean, and without adding any chemical, and this area should be free from any odor and free from noise, and free from unpleasant air. So all these factors have to focused on the preparation of new product and preparation of product development. So we have to focus on that area also. Pleasing natural shades of maintenance of comfortable temperature and humidity conditioning of the laboratory setup are desirable. Yes, it is desirable that what types of material we are going to prepare. So humidity play a main factor, is it is a main factor for the preparation of product. If area is more humid, then we can't be prepared a bakery product, because bakery product required a less condition, less humidity in compared to uh, uh, beverages product. The testing booths are located should be separated from the sample preparation room and washroom and storeroom by the complete partition, right? So testing area should be separate from these all areas, and it should be nearby the it should be nearby the testing area, and far from the washroom and storeroom. The panel test area should be reading accessible to all. A good location is one which most panel members pass on their way to lunch or morning breakfast break. If the panel of member are drawn from the outside, if the panel of member are drawn from the outside, the area should be near the building entrance. Test room should be separated by a suitable distance from congested are uh, because and noise of the opportunity. This would provide unwanted socializing. So yes, it is be it can it should be established according to the standards. So the conduction will easily go through, and for the proper conduction of sensory evaluation, we have to focus on these factors also, or in this factor we have to prepare the panel room according to the standards. So we have to prepare the panel room noise free and easily approachable, and nearby the preparation room, nearby the testing area, but far from the storage and washroom area. So this is the main factor for the preparation of laboratory for the preparation of panel room. So reception and brief room. What is the reception and brief room, where it should be established? So it should be so designed as to ensure maintenance of pleasant attitude and minimize traffic to the booth. So we have to prepare a reception room, so the panel booth the panel booth can be free from traffic. So panel members shall assemble here, register, receive and the evaluation card, and briefed about the test. So they can receive the evaluation card and all the details that is required to the particular panel, to the particular testing panels. So now come to the panel booth. So what kinds of panel booths should be prepared for testing for particular food product? So the booth may be arranged all side by side in an L-shaped, or with two sets of 3 to 4 booth. Yes. So in panel booth, the panel booth should be L shaped. Their slab should be the L shape, and the panel in one room, panel in one room, um, uh, four panel can be can be prepared. Four panel can be established in one row. So and that facing each other, both facing each other cross the serving areas. The L shape represents the most efficient use of the work triangle concept in kitchen design. So this concept is taken from the kitchen design, resulting in a minimum of time and distance covered by technician in serving samples. So it can by this preparation of L shape booth, जो server person can be served the product easily and within time. And one unit of 6 to 8 booths will accommodate a moderate test volume of 300 to 500 sitting per year of panel up to 18 to 24 member. These booths should be located between or adjacent to the reception and preparation room. and should consist of test booth or identical design. Yes, so here uh, there is a number of panel booth. So in one room 6 to 8 panel booth can be established, can be accommodated, and one person can be test the 300 to 400 samples per year, and 18 to 26 members can be analyze the product as a panelist, okay. So there is some specific numbers of sample. So this is required because it can be assumed, and it is assumed that 300 and 400 samples is more than enough for one person sense evaluation. This is enough, and after if this is more than this number, so but panels cannot be conduct a sense evaluation particularly. So this is the number, and they so 300 to 400 samples panel member can be analyzed particularly on a per year. So the color and lightening of booths should be planned to permit adequate viewing of samples while minimizing distraction. Walls should be off-white, and absence of hue of any color will prevent unwanted differences in appearance. So booths should even shadow free uh, illumination at 70 to 80 foot candle, typical in office area. So there is a particular color for, so off white color should be applied on the walls, so off white color cannot be absorbed by the product. So we can analyze the appearance of the product particularly. So we have to focused on that basis also. So the panel booth wall should be of white and shadow free also. A common feature of many panel booths is a choice of red, green, and blue light at a low density obtained through the use of colored bulb or special filtered. Yes, there is lots of color according to the product we can use. So for the color we can use the colored bulb for particular product. Mm. So for filtering the product color, the light are used to mask visual differences between sample in different test, calling for the subject to determine by the test by feeling if appropriate which sample are identical. Yes, so color is required. If we mask the color, so we can merge the color, and these types of analysis will be focused on, will be conduct on if we don't need the color and we don't require the appearance factor in the particular product, so we can use this colored bulb and focused on the flavor and other factors. So if colored is if uh, color is not required, so we can use this colored bulb and go through the main other factors. So panelist can be focused on other factors also. um, it shall be suitable separated from the testing room and should be equipped for preparing and serving food sample. Typically, the preparation area include immediate access to the following in addition to any specialized equipment uh, dedicated by the type of samples. Yes, there is depends on the different types of sample. The laboratory bench flush with the hatches so that sample tray will slide through. The hatch on the service counter should uh, preferably be constructed in such a manner that there shall be no recognition of individual or either sides of the partition. Benches, kitchen range, oven, etc. for the preparation, and refrigerator and fridge for the sample storage. So yes, in preparation room, these are the important instrument is required in the preparation room. So refrigerator for the storage and freezer for the storage, and oven and benches for the preparation of product. So these are the main factor. These are the equipment required for the product preparation. The storage of glassware, dish, glasses, tray, etc. Dishwasher, disposers, trans compactors, and waste bucket, sink, etc. This is required in panel booth, and frozen storage for panel member treats if used, and large garbage containers for quick disposal of used product. And laboratory facilities should be flexible enough to handle current and future testing activities, as well as to provide a workable environment for the staff. So in laboratory, these factors should be um, present and should be available for the working environment, for so that staff can be work easily. The use of computers has been recommended for sensory evaluation work. Yes, this a computer can also be used. So, in panel booth, there is one computer setup should be uh, installed in panel booth, so they can report their data in particular computer. In that cases, sense evaluation laboratory should include space for data processing equipments, right? So this is required for data processing instrument equipment. So computer setup is required. And time for sense evaluation, the time for sense evaluation is very important. It also depends upon the number of tests to be given and the length of time they will take. Yes, number of sample, how many sample is placed and is given, and is placed to in front of the panel booth, in front of the panelists. So this is also depend on the time of sense evaluation. And mm, uh, in general, panel member are very sensitive when slightly hungry. Yes, in general, pen members should be very sensitive, so they can easily analyze the factors, easily analyze the particular component of the product, and they should be slightly hungry, so they can easily taste the product. A person who is very hungry tends to like any meat product, yeah, any product. Yes, so panels should not be a very hungry. If they um, they are hungry, very hungry, so uh, they can like any product. So, on the country, a person who is full stomach tends to be indifferent even to the best preparation. Yes, so panel should not be in a full stomach. Yes, if fennel is full with their stomach, so they cannot be accept any for any product, whether it is good or not. So we can focus on that factor also. So both the condition are undesirable, right? So both condition are undesirable. Uh, mm, that is a full stomach, or that is hungry tent, very hungry. So these two factors are undesirable for the sense evaluation. The sensory panels should not be conducted just before or after lunch, after the lunch time. Yes. So sensory evaluation cannot be conducted in time